Yes, people. Welcome to the Straightjacket podcast. And hold on a minute. Hold on. He's coming. He's just late as usual. He can't hear me in the background. We're having a few technical difficulties, but he is going to be here any second at the minute. Big up to everybody in the chat. Big up to Zayn Miasi, £8.99 super chat. Big up to you. Um, Norodin's not feeling well, so we couldn't go film at his. But he will be here any minute. You know, he's probably sorting out his cats, you know what I mean, and whatnot. You know what I mean? Yeah, typical Nureddin, man. He was literally here just before we came on air live, and then all of a sudden he wasn't here. But big up to everybody who's here. Big up to Zayn Miasi here with another super chat. Big up to Arsenal. You know what I mean? They're giving out gifts because you know what I mean. They are doing bits right now. So big up to Zayn Miasi. Technical difficulties, FC, but we're here. Straightjacket podcast 158. Has anything changed, man? The 2 years I've been the super chat. Sorry, the 2 years I've been doing the podcast, man. It's been pain. It's been struggle, man. You know what I mean? And here he is, man. He's here. He's here. He's having technical difficulties. Try flip me camera, Nureddin. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can hear you. Yeah. Try lift it up a little bit. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. How are you, mate? I heard you're not feeling well, man. Let the people know, man.
Yeah. I had a horrible flu, man. Horrible.
Yeah, that's it. So drink that one. I don't even think you even wanted to be really at the game anyway. To be honest with you, because it was at this.
No, I genuinely did. I really wanted to be there, man. I hate being cooped in the flat, man. The kittens were looking at me, going, "What? How come you not left the house for 5-6 days? You know what I mean? What are you doing here now?"
Absolutely. Big up to everybody who's here.
The rascals were like, "Yo, you need to get out of here, lad. What are you doing?"
The right next to your laptop as well.
Right next to the laptop.
Absolutely. Matt says Ragnick is another father of Tuchel and Klopp, but picked up the tactics from their mother's side. That's exactly what Grizz says, man. I don't know if he stole it from Grizz, but big up to you, Matt for the super chat. Nureddin, the title of the video is Are We Going Backwards? But before I say that, what did you make of the game yesterday, mate? An overall assessment of last night's horrendous. For me, absolutely played off the park. You know, humiliation again. And outclassed, outfought, outbattled. What do you think of that, mate?
It was confused.com. Confused. You know they're gonna play 3 at the back. So why are we going with 4-4-2? Why?
4-2-2-2
and they're gonna use the wing backs.
Yeah.
And you know that 4-4-2 is too narrow. And why do we play 2 guys who can't press? Like, they're not known for their press. McTominay and Matic.
Oh my God, real Zlatan. Come on, real Zlatan. Please, man. Oh my God. Yeah, but go on, Nureddin. Sorry to cut you off there.
Yeah. So basically, that's what it was for me. It was about where if we the fans can see clearly, Norwich, we were too narrow. We went with 4-4-2, 4-2-2-2, whatever you want to say. It's 4-4-2 basically.
Yeah.
And they were getting spaced out wide to attack us, to hurt us. But it was about the tempo which we started the game with. You know, we started the game like we were under the cosh. To me, in 6 years, Saeed, I've only ever seen half an hour of change of football. I've only ever seen half an hour in nearly 7 years. I've only seen one half of nearly a half of football change. And for me, the football we're playing is not Ralph Ranieri. I don't care what anybody says. Because we were both there in the stadium against Crystal Palace. We saw it. We saw it with our own eyes.
Yeah, we saw it. We saw the intensity. You know what I mean? A-Spec Limited says, you're currently on a Straightjacket podcast 158. What number do you think you'll be on when Man United next win a title? Big up. I think 400-500.
We'll be in the thousands if you ask me.
Wow. Jose Maria dos Santos Mourinho, your best friend Nuruddin. He says, Mr. Nuruddin, I told you so. You called me in 2018 about football heritage of the Glazed Man United. You abused me. Man United 10 PS behind. He's saying, why did you shout outside Hotel Football calling for Mourinho to be sacked when he won 2 trophies and we were,
competing? But what trophies did he win? A shitty Europa League and a League Cup, mate. Get out of here, man. I've seen Man United win bigger trophies in my lifetime, lad. Remember that, yeah? Remember that. Yeah. I was there on the streets, mate, going mad. Right? That's the difference. I know what it feels like to celebrate those big trophies. And at times, we didn't even have parades. So many times United won league after league. We didn't have any parade.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
True.
So it shows you, because we took it for granted. But the biggest thing is this, for me, what's happened at this football club, and the question is getting answered, Saeed, is Ralph really in charge?
That's what I was going to say.
Or does he have to compromise? He has to pick club's favourites. He has to pick McTominay. He has to pick these guys. Those guys have to be picked before anybody else. Diego Dalot wasn't the worst player against Newcastle. If you're going to play 2 strikers, why are you going to people who can cross the ball?
And he got the assist.
But the biggest thing is then what Ralph Ranier, for me, he's losing the fans already. Do you know why?
No. I disagree. I disagree.
Now, let me explain to you, because that's why people booed, right? You don't boo a manager.
I did boo.
Right? Because, again, he's scapegoated. Greenwood was our most quality player on the ball. Everybody else was horrendous of the pitch.
That was baffling, Nuruddin. Baffling decision. I booed it, Nuruddin. So, I booed it.
Cavani's struggling. The guy's writing bloody Instagram post how he's telling you football is not as glamorous as he looks. It's coach playing, it's play. You don't get to enjoy time with your family. We're begging a guy to stay because we're begging him to stay. We're keeping him on the pitch. Like, I'm sorry, but... And the same thing about Ronaldo as well. What was he doing trying too hard? Because he's captain, he's running around like... So we were like, we're sick of Bruno being a headless chicken. Ronaldo's doing headless chicken one-man press.
Oh my God, Samson, man. Come on, Sam. That's the least person I expected to say that, Samson. Listen, I think I'm players out. I'm players out, Nuruddin.
No, listen, let me explain to you. But I'm players baffling. Out. It was baffling. Ralph, at the end of the game, is explaining what went wrong and back. Ralph, I don't know if anybody else told you, wake up, lad. You came to this country thinking you can play these styles and these players will have to adapt. You can tell them, no. The Premier League is different. He already made a comment about Burnley. He made a comment about Norwich.
Let me ask you a question, though. I don't like the way this is going.
Let me finish this point.
Go on, then.
He already said, like in the Bundesliga, they will not have the same physicality, mentality, and tactics. The bottom 3 clubs in the Bundesliga. That's what I'm trying to say. Ralph, wake the F up, pal. You ain't in the Bundesliga anymore. You're at the Premier League, mate. High octane, high tempo football. But
no, I disagree.
If these players are not taking your instructions, drop them all, get them on the 23s.
Yeah, I agree with you on that one. I agree with you on that one. But Nuruddin, you know, I get what you mean. Real Zlatan as well. I listen, I know when the red flags come on, mate. You know, best believe I've seen it with Ollie, and I never change. My thing is there, mate, Nuruddin.
Last night was the biggest red flag I have ever seen in my life last night.
In what? In terms of what? Flag. In terms of what? Players or manager not getting the tactics wrong?
In terms of tactically. Like, why are you going with 2 in midfield when you know we're going to play 4-4-2 and they're going to play with wing backs and they're going to have all of the ball because they're going to overrun us in midfield? Like, he explained it. I'm like, you're in there. Get another extra fucking midfielder on that pitch. Get him on that pitch. What are you doing?
What about the guys in the middle that play 1 game good and 1 game shit? What about the accountability of them players?
We already know about them. Saeed, drop them then. Play Donny van der Beek, who's only had 6 minutes in fucking 5 games.
Listen, I think we're maybe looking at Ralph Rangnick a lot here. He's been here a month. I understand that. But my thing is, man, these players have let down 3-4 of the managers, right? When are we going to have accountability from these players that they're not just not good enough anymore? Some of them are overrated. We've overrated some of these players. They're not that good.
I agree.
Rashford is not good, mate. I'm telling you now, man. If someone wants to tell me, give me money for Rashford this summer, I'm taking the money. I've said it to you right here, right now. I am taking the money for Rashford this summer. He's not good enough, man. He hasn't got the mentality to be a top player. Hey?
It's not just Rashford, though, is it?
No, but sorry, Nordin. But he comes on the pitch yesterday, right? And he's sulking, man.
Bruno was sulking as well. You seen Bruno? He was sulking as well.
Listen, I criticized Bruno yesterday, but at least yesterday, yeah, he changed the game a little bit in that he brought a bit of intensity. Rashford comes on the pitch, yeah. Rashford comes up the pitch, yeah. Sorry, 1 second, a minute. Rashford comes on the pitch, yeah. He plays a lazy pass, yeah. For me, the worst cameo appearance I've ever seen at Man United, yeah. But he comes in and he's got his head down, Nuruddin. This is a player that really hasn't made it. What's he achieved in the game so far? I'm sorry, man. Give me the money for Rashford in the summer and I'll take it, mate. I want a player that's going to fit in this system and he's not going to sulk because you're not playing on the left-hand side. You seen that, though? Ralph Rangnick took him off the left-hand side, and then he played on the right, and then he started sulking.
Nah, he was sulking already. The body, even when they came out, I know you were at the game, and I know you were in the East Stand, and it's further away from the tunnel when people are coming out. I'm sorry to say, Saeed.
Facts.
Listen, I'm sorry to say, even when they walked out, Luke Shaw practically said it's divided dressing room. No divided dressing room has ever won football games. And at the end of the day,
Luke Shaw
Rangnick talks a good game. If these guys are not doing what you've asked them to do, get them out of get them off the pitch, get the under 23s on. And I'm telling you now, especially in the home game, Old Trafford will be jumping every kick. We will be behind them, kicking every ball. We will give them so much encouragement because we would feed off the energy that they're giving on the pitch. Saeed,
yeah, absolutely.
You know what? Nothing. I put a tweet out, right? I put a tweet out after the Norwich game, and I said, different manager, same old problems.
Yeah.
And you know, a lot of people criticized me. Maybe some rightly so. They were like, "What are you doing? It's a second game. Don't get too. I'm like, no. There are things that I saw against Crystal Palace that gave me a bit of faith to think, you know what, this could happen. The other question, what we need to ask as well, is that what I saw against Norwich was despicable. And then after Newcastle, what did I say to you? Man United are not finishing top 4.
Yeah, you did say that. You did say that.
We're dreaming.
You know what?
We're not even good enough to play in top 6, mate.
Wolves are better than us, man. Wolves are better than us. You know what I've realized now in football, football is not about a team of. I've learned in the last 2-3 years, right, under the two managers we've had right now, you know what I mean, in Mourinho and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, a team of individuals wins you absolutely nothing. Nada. Because when I look at other teams, right, they don't have glamorous names. I look at Wolves yesterday. Martinho is 37 years old, but I tell you what, mate, I'd rather have Martinho in that midfield than both of them. Ran the show, mate. Neves ran the show. Again, naive to think that, who's Neves, though? We're better than Neves. No, we're not better than nobody, mate. There's certain players in that squad, we're not better than anyone. Let me just read the super chat before you go.
I'm going to tell you now, if both of them played for Man United yesterday, they would have struggled as well. Do you know why? Because whoever the other team, the other two midfielders, would have had win-backs. They would have outnumbered us in the midfield.
This is where I go back to Ralph Rangnick. And let me just read the super chat here. Ralph, expertise in the system, but he has got in-game management, tactics, man management, team selection, analysis on other teams, dealing with egos. Can I just say something? There's some things here Ralph Rangnick got wrong yesterday. Let me analyze it, Two guys up top, they're absolutely, you know what I mean? When I look at, compatibility, I don't think they've got it. Cavani is doing... Absolutely. You know, when you watch them live, you see it clearly, that they don't even want to play with each other. Cavani does not want to play with Ronaldo up front. I'll tell you that right now. Because Cavani looked absolutely knackered. And you know why, Nuruddin? Because he's doing all the dog work for Ronaldo. And Ronaldo up front, right, is a poacher. Nothing wrong with being a poacher, but we don't create chances, by the way. And then you've got Cavani coming short. Ronaldo's trying to link the play up when he should be up front. Sancho has got nobody to help him out on that left-hand side because Luke Shaw is not overlapping and he's scared to overlap. I don't know why. He does it in splurges, but not consistently. The midfield, Matic, right, is so deep, but he's next to Phil Jones and Varane. But is that his problem? Probably not, because he hasn't got the legs anymore. Then you got McTominay. Listen, I gave him credit for the Burnley game, yeah? But the guy hides a lot, mate. He's hiding from tackles. He's hiding from certain, passes that he should be making, but he doesn't make, and he gives a safe option. And then you've got Wan-Bissaka. Let me not even start with Wan-Bissaka. Can I just say something, Wan-Bissaka, yeah? I think 50 million, Man United, you're a disgrace, mate. 50 million we spent on Wan-Bissaka is an absolute disgrace, Because for me, I've not signed a 50 million defensive right back. I've not, Nuruddin. I want a right back who's full and complete. But this guy, mate, I've never seen what he did this time.
We signed a player one season in a professional career, and at Crystal Palace, he was never allowed to attack. He was just there to defend.
Yeah.
One season in professional. So he's top flight. He broke into that Crystal Palace team, and he played all season, stayed fit. And we apparently scouted almost 400 right backs. I came to that conclusion.
For me, that cross was the worst cross I've seen.
I said it again and again. Him and Harry Maguire. I told you about Maguire as well, right? And big up Phil Jones, because he's the only one that can have his head held high.
Mate, Phil Jones. Let me tell you something about Phil Jones, yeah? He's more mobile than Maguire. He's for me braver on the ball. And he has you know what, man? He's got a better passing range than Maguire. And you know what, man? He comes out and he's aggressive centre-back. I might not, we can discourage his injury career, whatnot. We could call him, why do we give him contract here? But I'll tell you what, mate, he's a mobile. And you know what? It got to the point where Varane was a bit comfortable with Phil Jones there. Varane was loving it out there with Fingy. So go on, what are you saying?
That to me is simple. I asked the question. 130 million for both of them. For me, it shows your bankers FC.
Who do we blame? Do we blame Ollie or do we blame the bankers?
No, the bankers, mate. Already, Man United were after the right back, and after Valencia left, they were already after the right back and a centre half. Yeah. And I said people need to stay away from those people. If you're trying to play front foot football and you're doing a rebuild, with Jose, they were going to sign. They didn't have the money. They didn't want to give the money to sign him, but they scouted him before Jose, like when Jose was there, because Jose was rates Maguire. I'm sorry to say, Saeed.
Yeah.
We are bearing the fruits of the bankers. The bankers have run this club for the past how many years? That's why Fergie dipped. Fergie dipped because Fergie knew what was available. When they took that 80 million for Ronaldo and they gave him Obertan, Valencia, and Owen, he's like, what? That's why he dipped, mate.
I'm starting to doubt. You know what? I'm starting to agree with you, though.
Say that again?
I'm starting to agree with you with the Ralph Rangnick thing in terms of when he goes to this advisory role. What kind of power will he really have? Man?
No power, Saeed. Saeed, he's been imposed. Players' favourites have to play. Club favourites have to play because you've been in a youth team and now you're being groomed to be the potential captain of Man United. But you hide and your quality on the ball is the most horrendous. I asked a question to the Straightjacket podcast last night. How many in the top 10 would McTominay get in any of the midfield in the top 10?
Oh, probably not. No, probably top 15, probably.
Nah, he'll get in maybe in the 11th or 12th, but he won't get in the top 10. At the end of the day, it's simple. Yesterday, I see players that are imposed, nothing has changed. When a new manager comes in, Saeed, things change. Players who've not played, play. You know what I mean? Ideas are put in. A couple of youngsters are put in. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? There is that new manager bounce. We did it for half an hour. What happened? Why is Darren Fletcher so prevalent in the coaching team? What is going on? Why is Ralph Rangnick? Bankers don't know nothing. Why is he compromising to the bankers?
Yeah.
Because I'm telling you now, Saeed, if
is he happy to be there though?
Yesterday, if you play 5 youngsters yesterday, yeah, and let's say we lost, but at least we were playing the Ralph Ranić way. You know, fans will have more patience. You know that. I know.
In terms of Arsenal, are you trying to talk about Arsenal the way they've done it, and they're bringing the youngsters through? Yep, that's true.
That's at the end of the day. You got 2 pensioners. One pensioner who wants to get the hell out of here. He's telling you himself he doesn't want to be here. Man United again are begging a player. Begging a player.
Let me ask you a big question.
Listen, and then we got Martial who said to them, I want to play. If you don't want to play me, get rid of me then. Sell me. See you later. I want to go. So, but one player we want to keep, and Mason Greenwood, who's been the best player on that pitch for us, on the ball, gets taken off to protect this guy.
That was criminal, man. If Ollie had done that.
And then you can already see, Ralph Ranić talks about control. Play the fucking 3 in midfield. Saeed, how many times have I said to you? We've got players that can play 4-3-3 to get a bit more control in the midfield.
You always have control, though, man. Top teams in look at Liverpool, look at Man City. Top teams in Europe, they play 3. They play 3.
The football, Saeed. That's why I asked the question yesterday on Twitter. What the fuck do they do in training?
Well, they got 2 days off, by the way. Did you know that? Ralph's giving them 2 days off. Let me ask you a question, Nuruddin. And this is a question for the chat, Do you regret the signing of Cristiano Ronaldo?
I said, Saeed, and people, remember what I said to you. Tell the audience what I said to you personally. I said to you that if you would have said to me, and me and you both had that conversation on the Straightjacket.
Yeah. And that's for everyone, by the way. Would you have taken Ronaldo if you knew the mess we were in right now?
I said to you, I wouldn't even take Sancho and I said Ronaldo. Give me 2-3 midfield players and a right back, right? And then we'll see.
Someone say what difference does it make? You know what, man? It makes a good difference, man. Because you know why?
Everybody, Ronaldo's walked in, Saeed. Everybody is either sink or swim. The manager, the coaching staff, they all sank. The players are all sinking because he's too much of a personality. It's too much about him. And at the end of the day, even when we had him in 2008, 2009, Rooney and Tevez had to work their socks off for him, right, to play for him. Facts. But then he was a pure match winner. And the team played for him. At the end of the day, this Ronaldo is 37 years old. He's trying to. He's still an athlete. I love his attitude. I love his never give up, die hard.
Absolutely. He's a legend. He's a legend, man.
But at the end of the day, the football that Ralph Ranić wants to play, Man United midfield ain't it. And Ralph Ranić yesterday all came out and said exactly the same. But why are you persisting with these tactics and these formations when we only saw your game and that people go? Obviously, other fans, like rival fans are taking the piss out of us. But we saw it for half an hour against Palace. We saw it.
We've seen it, man. The best half an hour I've seen in a long while. The thing is with me, on this channel, we like to think things logically, right? And funny enough, Steven says it. I am thinking logically. And by the way, big up everybody. Nearly 900 of you here, man. Please, man, smash a like on the video, man. You know what I mean? If you're gonna come in and watch the podcast, man, we appreciate the likes. You know what I mean? Helps with the algorithm. So if you're watching right now, please help with the likes. But what I want to say to you,
Happy New Year,
again, real truth. We have to think of this logically, and you have to look at this based on football, right? For me, there's certain times in the game, where Sancho is looking for that person, for that pass in behind. You know when he used to give it to Haaland, right? That pass in behind. And Haaland has them marauding runs where he's unstoppable. Ronaldo wants it to feet. Cavani is too deep because he's then having to occupy spaces that Ronaldo shouldn't be around. I've seen it with my own eyes. I was watching football. Now what I'll do now, because I know Ralph Rangnick is a capable tactician. You know what I mean? I don't know if he's going to be the best tactician. He's a capable. He's been known to do it. I've seen him do it, right? When you look at it, and when I assess it right now, Sancho needs help. But the problem is, though, Ronaldo wants everything to feet. So he's bringing and then Connor Cody and the other guy, the left back. By the way, that left back, left side centre back. I don't know what his name is. Is it Kilman? He's a good centre back, by the way. Very, very good. He should be playing for England. But everything is too narrow. Everything's to feet. It's slow, and that's where Ronaldo becomes a problem because then everything has to be to him. And And he can't take people on.
Listen, the real truth. Big up yourself, brother. Right? We're not turning on Ronaldo.
We're not.
Was Ronaldo what we needed? Now you got two pensioners. I said before he came, I told everybody, and people came at me on my Twitter. It's there for the record. My Twitter is there for the record. I said if I asked everyone, asked all you guys 3 weeks ago, this before we signed Ronaldo, I said, you would have said get a midfielders in, get midfielders.
I said that. I said that, by the way. I said that. I was on Rance's stream and I said that.
Yeah, exactly. So at the end of the day, I look at Man United and I think where we are now, what we doing, the players are not listening to Ralph because they're looking at him thinking 6 months. You're only here 4 months now, four and a half months.
Yeah.
Listen, you're not going to have any detriment. Man United recruitment is a mishmash of players that's been bought from all these different managers. Players that we overhype because, Saeed, whether we like it or not, we've got the biggest. Listen, we've got the best propaganda machine in world football, in world sport. Nobody ever bigged up and publicized players more than Man United. No other football club. We've got a machine of propaganda that tells us these players are amazing, that player is this, right? So, in that combination,
what about this one though?
All these players played high wages, they played high wages, right? And we can never shift them out. We can't even, the players that want to go, we can't even get them to go because
I know we can't get to go.
Nobody's going to pay these wages. Nobody.
And United put them on them wages as well. You know what I mean? So if I'm selling people to sell Rashford,
Saeed, have you ever watched Wolf of Wall Street? Bankers always give bonuses, mate.
Yeah.
Everybody gets paid.
Yeah, absolutely. What about this here, man? Is this a logical argument for you that people are not running for Ronaldo? But I see Cavani running for Ronaldo.
Saeed, all I can tell you from yesterday's performance, you're only good as your last performance. We look confused.
And Sancho isn't quick as well. So them number 10s here have to be quick. Mason Greenwood isn't quick. He's quick on the ball, but he's not quick. Can you get the number 10s to run off them? I don't think he can. Big up to Mohideen. I don't think he can. We don't have players that can run in behind. And that's the problem. We don't have midfielders. I'm saying we probably do, but they're on the bench. Would Matter do any worse than these lot? But he's not allowed to play. Would Donny van de Beek do any worse than these lot? But he can't have a game. He brings off Ragnick and then brings Wan-Bissaka in because he put in a solid performance maybe at Burnley. I'm like, I seriously don't know where this football club is going, man. You know what I mean? I seriously don't know, man.
Listen, this has been a long time coming. We've got to hold tight. We've got to hold tight. This has been a long time being coming. We've got to hold tight because this is what happens when you got bankers in charge of your football club. And at the end of the day, why
are we going backwards?
Propaganda. Why are we for Scott McTominay agenda when he can't get into he's not good enough for the top 10? Why is he good enough for Manchester United?
Well, he's not good enough for Scotland's midfield, Liverpool. That's the biggest reality.
At the end of the day, a team that's functioning, Ronaldo comes into it. I think maybe can add something. A team that's not functioning is Ronaldo, and everybody else who's going to play is going to look bad. At the end of the day, Diego Dalot, I would have started him yesterday. The lineup was really ridiculous. Yesterday, I would have played 4-3-3. Yeah. I would have took out Cavani, would have been on the bench. I would have played Ronaldo from Sancho one side, Greenwood on the other side. The three I would have played in midfield side, and Rashford would have been on the bench, right? So the three I would have played in midfield were Donny, Matic, and Fred. They were the three to play in midfield yesterday.
Where's Fred now? Fred's not. I don't know where he is. Was he on the bench yesterday, Fred?
He was on the bench, yeah.
Apparently, it's covering from long COVID. But again, I mean, when was this discussed in the media? I think that's all bollocks, mate. I don't know. When did he have COVID? We didn't realize anything that we had COVID. You know what I mean?
At the end of the day,
but you know what it is, Oliver? The players that should be on the pitch are not playing. Would it not be better, right, if you had Donny van de Beek and Martial who can complement others?
Of course. You see what happened?
Is he?
When Jones not played for 2 years, he gets on. He has a storming game.
Yeah. Collegio 7 says, big up to you, Said Barca played Deco, Xavi, and Iniesta midfield. We should play Donny, Pogba, and Bruno. I mean, Listen, you know what it is, yeah. Someone said it to me in the gym today. He goes, if a manager really wanted to play his midfield, he would do it. But maybe something's holding him back. Maybe he might be being stubborn. I said to him, well, he's just coming to the job. Why would he be stubborn? Yeah, I mean, is he a stubborn manager? I remember Van Gaal was a stubborn manager, and he kept the way his
Compromise,
team.
Saeed, the guy wants a job properly. He wants a job long term. He has to compromise. Every manager that's ever.
So what are you trying to say is another yes man? Are you trying to say that he's another yes man?
100%.
I don't know, man. You can't be, man.
You know me. You know when I go early. You know me and my predictions. Yeah. He came out with the word.
I don't want this to happen, man.
Saeed, he came out with the word DNA yesterday.
Did he? When did he say that?
I swear to God, he did.
No, I don't believe
Somebody
this.
please find the quotes after the match.
Somebody please. No, I don't believe this. I don't believe this. I want to get some of your comments as well, people. Nearly 1,000 people watching. Get the likes up. Yes, he's giving up puppet vibes already. Media turned. Yeah, listen, it is what it is. He wants the results. Why would he be a yes man? It's true. Why would he be a yes man if he wants the results? He wants the intensity. He was talking about players' mentality loaded yesterday. Some of the players' mentality not good enough to be at this football club. Full stop. You know, how many players have we got to sell in this squad? I'm gonna be real with you. How many players would you sell in this squad, really? And you know what? Yeah, don't even think about any kind of what do you call lenient. Don't be lenient to any sort of player. Everybody. How many would you sell?
You know what, Saeed? If I could have a miracle, I'll get rid of everybody, including the players, everybody on the board, the owners. If I have Thanos kind of powers, I will just click my fingers like that. I'll delete them all and restart Saeed. Delete.
Okay. I'm gonna make it easy for you. Who would you keep in the squad? That makes it easier for you.
Saeed, listen, at the end of the day,
no. We have to do this because I want to do this with the people as well. If you were to keep players, David De Gea,
that's it.
You know what?
I'm too angry, Saeed, to talk about the players. The idea of me keeping players that played yesterday.
I think it is only David De Gea. You're right.
Luke Shaw was very telling yesterday.
But he's an epitome of the last 7 years as well. He's an epitome of the last 7 years. Talking about maybe the manager should change something. Well, how about you change your game, mate, and be consistent? How about you do that, mate? About the manager should change his
Straightjacket podcast. Listen, Straightjacket podcast, I'm going to be real with you. There's no fucking hope in this football club. We are in the fucking mud. It can only get even worse and worse. Every manager that comes in has to compromise to the bankers. If you want your football club back, you have to fight to get the Glazers out.
So what are you trying to say then? So what you've been trying to force on the people for years. But Saeed,
I've lost hope and pray.
But they'll say to you, Lord, you're going for a manager out, though. They'll say to you, you're going for a manager out.
No, I'm not talking about the manager. The guy's been here for 5 minutes. The guy's been here for 5 minutes. The guy's been here for 5 minutes, Saeed. But I already see something happened after the game against Crystal Palace. In my head, what I am guessing is the fact that some of the players have said that that half an hour of pressing took a lot out of us. We're not physically ready. We're not physically ready, Ralph. Is there another way? Can we play our way? Not too far from the way we used to play with the other managers.
And you want them to do that? And you want them to do that?
No, I'm just giving you the scenario. Okay. Right, I'm giving you a hypothetical scenario. Okay. What could have happened, right?
My head is hot. Sorry, man. My head is hot, man.
No.
Someone today, man, in the gym, man, it was like United. I went, what? And there was another guy yesterday. Man. Some Irish guy, man, absolutely pissed me off yesterday. I wanted to bang him on the spot, mate. Seriously, man. There was a guy yesterday, mate. He was trying to say, but what can he do with the? What can he do? And it was just basically taking. Honestly, I was on Flex's interview, and the guy interrupted me yesterday in my interview, man. And I was like, listen, mate, I'm giving my opinion, yeah, and you give yours, mate. And honestly, people were arguing about. Listen, it's getting ugly, man. It's getting ugly outside Old Trafford, man. Now, it really is, man. But
do you remember? Listen, do you remember me saying get Jose Woodward all those out? It's two guys.
That was the worst.
Fight. Remember when people were fighting? I'm talking and I have to go and split people up.
Oh my God, people.
Listen,
You know,
listen.
someone asked here. I'm telling you, man, I'm getting harassed on the street, man. People are trying to trigger me now, man. They're trying to
So
trigger me, mate.
at the end of the day, it's simple.
There
This
you go,
club,
there you go. There it is. There it is. Luffy done it for you there. Luffy. Today we showed similar problems the team 3 or 4 weeks ago, but before I arrived, it's not an easy job to develop a DNA with or without the ball. Maybe he's talking about his DNA. No. Maybe he's talking about his DNA of pressing, the Gergen press, which I still need to find out what this Gergen press is.
Tell me what qualifications Darren Fletcher got. Why is Ralph Ranier being imposed Darren Fletcher and Mickey Phelan?
And the other guy. But it's not even him. It's Ramsey as well is included, you know. What's Ramsey? That Ramsey is included as well. He's the one that's giving the finishing touches before they go on the pitch. Honestly, man, I'm just worried,
when we spoke in it, remember when we did the podcast, when I said to you on that Straightjacket podcast, the most important person on Ralph's backroom staff is a fitness coach.
Yeah.
Where's the fitness coach?
Where's the psychology coach? We need the psychology guy here. I want to know where this Chris Amas guy is. I thought he was our assistant coach. Where's Ewan? Why is it Darren Fletcher bloody on the touchline, mate? That's pissing me off, you know. And I don't want to go up Darren Fletcher.
The bankers are telling him soon it's going to be Fletcher. Fletcher's at the wheel. Tell me how good.
You know what, man? That's a scary thought, you know. That the bankers say, Ralph, you're not good enough for the job, mate. You know what? Darren Fletcher and Mickey Phelan, you run it till the end of the season. You know what? That scares me, you know. That really scares me if it happens like that.
I had a bit of a phone call with somebody I know. You know I know people, Saeed, yeah?
Yeah,
I had a phone call with somebody. And I asked about any signings in January, especially the midfield.
Yeah.
They said...
Yeah. Yeah.
They said no midfielders are getting signed anytime, any soon. They're all waiting for the summer for the new manager, whoever the new manager is going to be. Would you want to come and manage a football club like that? Imagine you're a Ten Hag. Do you think you want to come and
Ten Hag is not coming. Ten Hag is not coming. I'm saying it right now. Ten Hag isn't coming to this mess. I'm sorry, Nuruddin. It's a disjointed squad.
You tell me what manager would think, you know what, I'll go and take on that mess.
Pochettino will be, yes, man. I think he will do. I think he will be. He
was to be a Man United manager, you have to be a yes man. You can't be independent. You can't. We need to get rid of the bank.
That doesn't give us hope, Nuruddin. You need to give me hope. Well, I'm
coming for you to hope. I have no hope. I have absolutely no hope. I sat here yesterday. Theodore goes looking at me and I'm like, lads, what's going on? I was like, you know what? I'll start cooking when the game's on. When have I ever cooked when the game's on? I'm usually like that with my nails, biting my nails at the edge of my teeth.
Here we go. Fucking hell, Luffy, man. Luffy's the new chief reporter. Luffy might be my chief reporter. Big up to Killis, Ramsey and Lassie, but we got a new chief reporter on the Saeed TV. Big up Luffy 08. She goes, he or she said Darren Fletcher stepped up and is active in the dugout. Ralph Rangnick has been consulting more with Mike Phelan as he was there for the club for a long time. Oh my God, people. I don't know if I can do this. Ralph Rangnick, man, please help yourself, man. Please, man.
So, I'm not going to lie to you. When a new manager comes in, whether it's interim or no interim, you distance yourself from all the other regime that's just failed. You distance yourself from him in terms of style of football, in terms of personality, in terms of like the how you want to come across. You distance yourself. I'm sorry to say, number one banker ain't going nowhere. I still think Woodward's still in charge. They don't trust Ranier to do what he needs to do.
That's took out of me, that man. That's took out of me, man.
Saeed, Ranier has compromised, and now we're bearing the fruit of that compromise.
Stress. You know what, man? Maybe I overgassed the appointment. Well, that's just me in it. You know what I mean? I'm just one of them kind of fans, but I think maybe I've the right word is maybe I've underestimated that the mess is still there, man. When they got Darren Fletcher, he's a technical director, Nuruddin. Is it not his role to recruit? Is his role not to be the middleman between the first team and the under 23s and the
development
that's
director.
His role, right? Yeah. Is that his role?
To get the youth team. It's to get under 23, the youth team, the best young players, help them their pathway to the first
Why is
team.
he getting involved in Man United's day-to-day activities then? Would the technical director of Chelsea, Man City, be on Manchester United's dugout? Would it be
Do you
yes
think
or no?
Sancho would accept that? Do you think Pep Guardiola will accept that? Do you think
That
Conte
is
will
a
accept
joke,
that?
man.
No, they won't. At the end of the day, Mickey Phelan, like I broke it down for you
Mickey
before.
Phelan is you know, big up Leslie, yeah. She said to me, yeah, big up Leslie. He goes, why is Mickey Phelan always sat on the wall, standing on the wall? And I went, I have no idea. She always says it. So she picked up on it, and I said, he's always been there, said Leslie. And she said, but he's always sat on the wall. And literally, that's all he does. He stands on the wall and he's like that. He doesn't offer tactics. He doesn't offer nothing. And then you've got Eric Ramsey with his little notepad, trying to act like he's the new next Messiah. And he's got his little notepad, yeah? And he's telling people to do this and this. And then you've got Darren Fletcher coming on, and he's actively, I'm not even kidding you, he's actively giving tactics on the touchline. I'm not even kidding you, mate. And Ralph Ragnick, yeah, he might do the odd, right, move into your power, but he's got other people there. So I'm just thinking, who's actually running the ship? I'm confused. Maybe I'm not thinking straight, but I'm just going on like, where's Chris Amas? Where's the Owen guy, the Irish guy that was, is he Irish or Scottish?
So all I say to you is simple. Man United, I started it when you asked me the question to analyze the game. It's Man United at confused.com. We are confused.com, mate. It's simple.
Is there a player power in this football club? Is there a player power?
Saeed, of course there's player power. But who's facilitated that? Who give players those massive wages when they've not achieved jack?
Yeah, the bankers.
Bankers
All
giving
road
out money
leads.
like it's free. Because everything has to be nice. Everybody has to be nice with each other.
Yeah.
To me, Ralph Ranier, I said we're already out of the FA Cup. If we play like that again,
no, we got a chance. We got a chance. Gerrard's coming, man. Gerrard's coming. By the way, big up the Wolves fans, man. They were absolutely unbelievable. For me, they're the best kind of away support I've seen this season. They are unbelievable, Wolves.
Because their team bossed us for 70 minutes. 70, 80 minutes, bossed us from minute 1 till the last minute. They were doing keep ball in the corner for 5 minutes.
Yeah. Look at this. This is absolutely brilliant from Prem Prodigy. Eric Ramsey makes me laugh. We're bringing a set piece coach in the summer. We're the only club in Europe not to score from a set piece. Sums the club up.
Exactly. Because it's always mates rates. That's what it's always about. We still can't get rid of Saeed. We still cannot get rid of what? We can't get rid of what, Saeed?
Yeah, the bankers.
We can't get rid of Jobs for the Boys Business FC. It's still there. Low block football again. We're at home at Old Trafford and we're playing low block football with two granddads up the pitch.
Yeah, two granddads, mate. I'm telling you, man. Zimmer frames. Pete and Baz, man. I'm telling you, man. Shout out to Expressions. He said, Pete and Baz, mate. Victor Liang says, big up Saeed Nuruddin. The Manchester club I know for like 10 years ago was literally the best football club. Right now, we are nowhere close. We will not win any trophies for 5 years. Club dead, people. I think we're 10 years away from Man City, man. If you go and look at the Man City infrastructure, tell them what they're building over there, man. We don't even get to see the youngsters train. They get to see the youngsters train for free.
I don't.
Isn't that just some people think that's irrelevant, but it is irrelevant. Your football club should be seeing your youngsters train. You should be able to see your football academy. They train at the Carrington, don't they? Everything's closed.
Saeed, to build cohesion, Saeed, look at it. Man United women's, Manchester United youth teams play Sports Village in Lee.
I know.
Outside of Manchester.
Yeah.
What does that tell you?
Manchester. And these guys are right next to the stadium.
After the women's team were treated so despicably, the coach left, and there was a player revolt, and about 6-7 players left Man United in the women's team.
Yeah.
We are bearing the fruits of Woodward, Arnold, and Judge. And they're still in charge of this football club, and they are getting coaches and people to compromise to their way, Man United ain't going nowhere, Saeed. He ain't going nowhere. We can talk about Ralph. We can talk about this midfield, that midfield, press here, press there. At the end of the day, the people who are in charge of this football club don't care.
This is crazy, man. 19 games and only 31 points. We won't even get to 60 points. That's true, you know. When's the next 30 points going to come from?
So all I'm saying to you is that I wish and pray we finish 9th or something like that, right?
Oh, mate, don't do that.
Because I can't, listen, Saeed, I can't do Europa League football.
We are going to play Europa League football, though. I have a feeling, man.
Listen,
I have a very, very bad feeling.
I want the new manager to come in and have what Arteta's got, where he can plan 3-4 days for a game to game, where there's, you know what I mean, other than the League Cup, the FA Cup, you can plan the whole season. Do you understand? Like that, I want the next guy to be a serial coach who gets on the pitch, and if you're not doing what he says, you're training with the children, paying out your seeing out your contract. That's the kind of mentality we need.
You know, we spoke on the phone today, Nordin, and we said, would it not be any worse not bringing the under 23s? Like, people, and some guy said it to me today, you know, in the gym, the same guy who's scared. He goes to me, we'll get battered, though. I said, what
I
you see right now is getting battered.
Well, they'll improve, they'll improve. We're getting battered. Wolverhampton had more shots at Old Trafford in their entire history.
Was it 30 shots, something like that? How much was it?
When I was counting, it was half time. It was around 15, 14.
Yeah. You know, we got beat by Norwich. You know, so we got played off the park by Norwich. You know, it's for me. I think the football club hasn't played well. When was the last time you reckon the Man United played an unbelievable game for about 3 or 4 games? Like, unbelievable. And I mean a consecutive unbelievable 3 or 4 games. Where we dominate possession as well. I'm talking about dominate possession as well, where we beat them comfortably. I think Anfield, Fergie days, yeah.
Actually, you know what?
The most dominant performance ever.
Listen, we beat City, Liverpool. Remember Juanfield?
No, we counter-attack Nuruddin.
No,
Van Gaal, yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm talking about. Van Gaal days. The Van Gaal days.
When Bruno came in, no, we're still playing counter-attacking football. I'm on about dominate midfield. I can't talk about lockdown, man. Lockdown, we're playing Bournemouth, who were already relegated. All these teams were relegated, we were playing, man. I can't measure it, man. I can't measure that football without fans. Listen. Someone said it to me yesterday. The reason why certain players played well, because there was no fans in the stadium, there was no pressure, and they just went out there and the better team won. The better team with the better talent won, mate. Let's be real, man. I'm on about when there's a fans there and we dominate from top to bottom, the whole game, mate. I can think of Anfield away. Unbelievable game.
At the end of the day, I remember at home against City, we smashed them 4-2. I remember, when we beat them 1-0 at them where Di Michaelis got absolutely megged and smashed by
Rashford. We dominated that game as well.
Yeah. So
probably Van Gaal era, exactly. Van Gaal era.
That was it. I asked the same question. After watching Liverpool and Chelsea, I said, when was the last time Man United went actually toe to toe? Man United went.
That's another question.
You know what I mean?
Like a basketball match, though.
Like Man United went toe to toe with a big team. No low block fucking shit. I'm talking about toe to toe in the football. I don't remember. I think it was the Fergie days. That time we beat them in the league. Van Persie scored. Remember, Rio got hit with a coin.
Rio got hit with a coin. Yeah, we were dominating that. They got to come back a little bit, but I think that was always thingy. Sam Mo wants to ask a question about Sancho. Can I answer that first? I think he's trying too hard. I'll be honest with you. But I think he's not getting any help from this team. And you know what? I want to say as far as this, I don't think he can adapt to this team that's playing right now. He can't adapt to the guys up front because they're very, very slow and they want everything to feet. Cavani's too deep. Or sometimes he'll, for me, I think Sancho it's not idealistic for his game. And then Luke Shaw's not helping him fullback. I think, you know what, man? I'm not going to say Sancho is a flop because I'm going to back my players in it. I'm never ever going to say that Sancho is a suitor to the Premier League because he's only been here a couple of months. But what I'm going to say is if he's going to perform at Man United Football Club, I don't think it's going to be with these players up top. It's
Yeah,
criminal that
of
he's not
course
playing
it
with
will.
Martial. You know, when you look
Saeed,
at a player
of
like
course it
Martial,
will.
yeah. Look, 1 second, Odin. When you look at a player like Martial, right? You know, that would be unbelievable for Sancho. And it's criminal. We're not going to see it. We're not going to see it. Someone said I missed a super chat. Did I miss a super chat? Yeah, sorry, yeah. Big up to Prem Prodigy. Sorry about missing that, mate. He goes, been saying this for years. His bank has had a problem. Wanted LVG out, Jose out, Ollie out. The most common denominator is these clowns running this football club. Absolutely. But, you know, sometimes what you say is you focus on what's in-house rather than what's, you know, probably burning outside the house somewhere. You know what I mean? It's sad reality. You know what I mean? I'm probably part of that. But again, it's something that you always like. You know, yesterday, I can only look at Ralph Ragnick, what he did and the players did. You know, this is why we have the podcast to talk
But
about
what
the
you
bigger
don't
picture.
see it, but what you're not seeing is how much you have to compromise to have Darren Fletcher and taking the other coaching staff and all of these things, and to make sure McTominay starts every game. Listen, at the end of the day, for me, I think if it was Greenwood, Sancho one side, maybe Greenwood up front or Martial up front, Sancho would play.
Not a striker, Martial. Sorry, Greenwood. Is that worrying for you that Ralph Ragnick doesn't see him as a striker?
At the end of the day, it's simple, Saeed. He was our best player yesterday on the ball. And he wasn't that far off to being the best player, but he was the bright spot. And he got subbed because Ralph Ragnick does not want to take off fucking Cavani or Ronaldo. And for me, when you come into a new club, when you know the players are being woeful, you need to have the cojones to call the big decisions. He was scared yesterday because Edward was getting him in the office and go,
that boo now. Can he make another big decision though? You know, once he's heard them boos.
No, it's not even that. Who's to say that Edward is not going to have Ralph in the office and go, why did he take off Ronaldo?
Surely not. Surely not.
Why did he take off Cavani? Well, why didn't he do it then? If he's not scared. At the end of the day, these guys.
Let me ask you a question though. What was Ralph Ragnick doing, taking off Wan-Bissaka and then bringing Ilanga on, who for me had zero impact when he came on? That's not his thingy. And then going through at the back. I think he played 3 at the back before that, but I still don't know how. Because I tweeted out, I don't know what the formation is because Rashford was playing right back. I think he was playing right back. I think
the Premier League's not overrated. It's the highest, most intense league in the world.
Most entertaining.
It's the most intense league in the world.
Yeah.
And Ralph Ragnick will tell you. Ralph Ragnick said to you, Burnley, Newcastle, or Norwich in Bundesliga are not giving you that level of physicality and intensity and tactically aware and technically. Not going to give you that in the Bundesliga. And I agree with him. At the end of the day, it's been a massive wake-up call for Ralph. And now you're telling me the worst thing that could happen. They've got 2 fucking days off. Yeah. Are you fucking kidding me, Saeed?
2 days off, Nordin.
Saeed, they'd be doing triple sessions if I was fucking in charge. Triple fucking sessions. Are you fucking hearing me? We're doing it again and again until you fucking get it. We're doing it, repeating the same thing for 8 hours straight. Until you fucking and get it.
Yeah, exactly. I'm going to show you a picture here for the people that haven't seen it today. It is going viral. You know, shout out to SBN. They clipped me up. You know what I mean? But Nuruddin, this picture here, Nuruddin, I'm going to see if I can make it bigger. I tweeted it out. I said, can you see that now?
Yeah.
Is that too big or is that cool?
No, it's not that big, but go on. What did you tweet out?
I said mentality problem. Spot the guy. Why is it going smaller when I put it bigger?
No, it was going bigger. It was going bigger. It was going bigger.
Anyway, can you see that though?
Yeah.
Can you see the player's body language?
Yeah.
I'm trying to zoom in.
This is it. Now, of course, we could see that. Yeah, of course. Of course, we could see that.
We'll try to get the other picture.
Saeed, of course.
Can you see it now?
Yeah.
Look at the body language from the rest of them, man. Luke Shaw, man. Look at his face, head down, man. I know a lot of people say, you know, a picture can be edited or can be, you know, if you put a still picture of something, you know what I mean, it doesn't show the full picture, but this shows the full picture. Just look at Luke Shaw's body language. Look at David De Gea. You know, David De Gea, did you see his tweet, by the way? Committed, he said, committed to Jones. He put a quote tweet of him saying committed. Other players really together. Look at Greenwood there, Wan-Bissaka. The body language is just crazy, Lordin. I know a lot of people can say, but you're supposed to be up for a game.
Nah, mate.
You're supposed to be having your chest out. It just looks like they're just miserable, man.
Was Maguire really injured, or was there a fallout for Ronaldo to take the captaincy of him now? Is this what it is? Is that why some of them are sulking? Because their favourite guy, Maguire's been dropped. That's what you can read into.
Exactly. They look like they're going through the motions.
I mean, Luke Shaw practically said it in the interview. You know, did you hear the interview? 4 minutes.
Interview. Yeah, I seen it. For me, shame on him, mate. That's shame
on
you, mate.
No, he was actually honest, Saeed. I'm not going to say shame on him.
Shame on you, man. Because you know why, mate? I didn't like the part when he said about the fact that the manager had to change. Maybe the manager had to change things. Well, how about you change, mate? Every time it's a cop out at the manager. Every time. Where was this level of honesty under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer? Hey, always the players.
Saeed, you sound a bit like Nuruddin here, pal. You sound a bit like me here, pal.
What do you mean?
Like, it's not the manager that needs to change.
Yeah, I know. But I'm just tired. Now, you know what it is, yeah? For once here, we've got a manager with credentials. Is that fair to say? With credentials.
Coaching credentials.
Credentials, right? And we've heard the rumours already within the space of 2 weeks, that the players are not happy to be training at 5 p.m. The players are not happy with certain things. There's cliques in the training room. There's cliques in the dressing room. They're not happy with the canteen. They're not happy with this. They're not happy with that, mate. Well, boo-hoo, man. You're on 100 grand a week. You're on 200 grand a week. Some of you are on 300 grand a week, man. Tough, innit, man? Tough. Try and live other people's lives. You play for football and you earn a mad living, mate. You're playing a sport that you love, man. The least you could do for the fans here is say to them, you know what, we're going to give you our all, man. Not just sulk around and start blaming other people.
I can only imagine
other people. How about you look at yourself and look at where you've gone wrong, mate?
I can only imagine.
Because they're very, very much egocentric and they're full of themselves, man. That's what they are, man. They're full of themselves.
I can only imagine they're thinking this guy's here for 4
Look
months.
at Craig, man. Funny. Craig, yeah, it is a bit dangerous. We have to watch out for these players, man. It can be dangerous in their Bentleys at 5 p.m. You know what I mean, Lordin? Try going on Lordin's bike, mate, to the Old Trafford. You know what I mean? Where you've got to beat all the wins, Lordin. Tell them about your bike, man. You know, these guys don't know, do they?
I'm out of traffic and lorries there. I've got a beat, mate, to get there. It's crazy. Everybody wants to knock me down, mate. I've got high vis, I've got light, I've got everything, mate. I'm blinging. And cars still want to run me off the road. Listen, at the end of the day, I think Ralph Ranieri must prepare the game well as he could. Yeah. I think now that, to me, what's shocking to me is that if I was a player and I just put in that performance and the manager says you've got a couple of days off, I would refuse because it's about personal pride, innit? I'd be like, nah, we're not having... I'll be calling a team meeting saying, getting on a WhatsApp going, guys, do you think we deserve 2 days off? We need to get fucking back in this football. We need to get back on that training and correct this. But they're not us, like you said. Overhyped, overplayed. Guys who don't give a damn. And when you're in for 4.5 months, they're going to look at him and think, listen, you're not going to be in 4.5 months anyway. So, see you later, mate.
See you later. Red Clarion Carl, he says, no motivation to fight, just hollow words without action, self-hate over self-pity. The trophies and accolades will follow. Will they follow? I don't know, man. I really don't know where our next trophy is coming from. Even to when the FA Cup did, when you look at Leicester, the way they fighting against was it City that they played? Playing as a team.
They played Chelsea.
Was it Chelsea in the final?
Chelsea in the final, yeah. They beat Chelsea in the final.
Oh, yeah, but they beat Man City in the semi-final. You know, the fight, the Villarreal, you know.
It was Chelsea that beat City.
Yeah.
It was Chelsea that beat City.
Yeah. The fight, you know, when the Villarreal, and you look at the managerial situation there, we couldn't win a trophy there. You know, are we looking at a situation now, Nordin? I'll be honest, yeah, where you look at Liverpool, you know, going 30 years without a trophy, you know, and in that time, Nordin, you know, how many managers
the league. You talk about the league.
The league, yeah.
Has won a lot of trophies. It was the league.
How many managers do you have? Roy Evans. Who do they have over the years?
Soon
Roy
as
Evans.
Roy Evans. Soon as they had Brendan Rodgers. No, Houllier, Benitez. So they had 1, 2, 3, 4. About 6, 7 before they won. Before they won anything. Yeah, we are already in our with the interim.
Right,
we're in our 6, 7 manager.
Yeah. Dalglish as well. Are you worried that we could go, because we're on now the 10th year now, Nordin? 10th year.
What did I say to you? What did I say to you at the beginning of the season?
Yeah, we did say it.
What did I say to you? I see. So I'll put this to you now. I can see if Newcastle get their things all right, their recruitment right, and
so it's the ninth year.
Yeah. Listen, if Newcastle can get their footballing structure right within the next 3 to 4 years, I can see Newcastle winning a league title before we will ever do.
Answer my question. What was your question, mate? Sam Mo asked the question. Can you write it again, mate? I don't know where it's gone. Marty Smith's goal saying all the players look like they're going through relationship breakups. For God's sake, they need to get a grip, man. Listen, we see them in Manchester, Norridin, all the time, mate. You know what I mean? Going to concerts and all that, and just,
living their life. Living their life, yeah. They don't care. They're not like fans. You know what fans think?
Yeah.
Fans think players care like we do. They don't care. At the end of the week, they check their look at their account. Money's gone in. Happy days.
FIFA jabs, man. You know what I mean? Hopefully it's all right by then, man. The amount of people that are traveling to Old Trafford. Big up to Mary who traveled from Ireland. Big up to the guy who traveled from Philadelphia. Big up to the guy who traveled from New York. Every game, and I keep telling them, man, like, you know what I mean? Maybe next time, just text me before you want to come, man, because it's not worth it.
And the privilege, we live how long? How far do we live from OT?
I walked yesterday, 20-minute walk. You know, for you, it's 10 minutes. Mine's about 25 minutes walk. And yeah, man, it's depressing, man. You know what I mean? Even the youngsters, man. Big up to the youngsters, GGMU TV. You know?
Oh, man. I feel sorry for
coming in.
That generation side. At least you saw. How old are you when we did the double? 09.
09, I was 15, 14, 15.
Yeah, you lived it, man. You were celebrating.
Yeah, I lived it. I was okay, man. I was okay. Big up, man. I started watching Man United from early 2001, 2000 season. Exactly. I remember my first ever game that I watched, I remember, was when Henry scored that volley, when he chested it and volley.
Yeah. Against Barthez.
Yeah. That was the first game I ever watched. It was on Sky. I remember when my uncle used to live in Moss Side, next to Richie's, the barbershop.
Yeah.
And I remember everyone used to go there, because back in the days, nobody used to have Sky in it. So you used to have either go to a cafe or you go huddle around someone's house. So I'd go over there, right? And we used to all watch the games, and then all of us ended up being United fans at that time, because there's no City fans. There was just United and Arsenal. So it was either United or Arsenal. And that game, the hype was on United versus Arsenal. So at that time, we all went there. And then, you know what, man? I just fell in love with United. And ever since that day, watching United, first ever game, Rooney, hat-trick, 2004. You know what I mean? My first ever, consistently going Old Trafford was Alex Ferguson's season, 2010. I've seen it all. That's why we got a song, Nuruddin. And that's quite prevalent. We've seen it all, where Man United will never stop. But you know what? No, I'm not 30, I'm 28. I'm 28.
Listen, we have stopped, though. We have stopped.
Someone calling me a Glory supporter. Not really, because I could have been a City fan. You know what I mean?
All your family, tell him all your family are City fans.
Oh yeah, 100%, man. This thing right here, at night time when the stream is off, they take it down because they can't have it up. I only have this on when the game is on. So when it's off, they say take it down, because there's too many of us and it's one of you. So they only let me put this on when the stream is on. I'm telling you, Nuruddin, the amount of times I'll be like, yo, where's it gone? And I'm having to find it everywhere. And I have to go. I'm being serious. I could have easily been a City fan. But listen, it is one of them things where I'm telling you right now, man, especially where I live here, there's a guy across me, right? He's a City fan. And every day, man, he's giving me Stick, man. He's saying to me, what these guys doing, man? This is so bad. And he's saying, come over to the blue side. They said, and it's like he's been. I used to look past him and be like, what's going on, man? City, you're leaving May Road early. You know, because May Road's round here, isn't it?
Yeah.
Round the corner from the house. And look at them right now. The amount of City fans I see right now in South Manchester is unbelievable.
Oh, Same happy. How you doing, Same?
Well, he's an Arsenal fan, isn't it? He's loving it.
Yeah.
He's loving it. You know, it is embarrassing. Because at the end of the day, we used to be that club, what they are right now. And I tell you what, man, when you look at the recruitment of Man City, when you look at their thingy, maybe David Moyes was right, Nuruddin.
David Moyes was right.
Maybe, you know what, man, a lot of people laughed at David Moyes, but did he say the words that really, really kind of, at that time, all the United fans went mad at him for saying them words, you know. And is he right, you know? Should we have the model of Man City where we are run properly, where we have 2 football directors, we have 2, you know, an amazing recruitment system, a training facility that's unbelievable? These are the kind of questions we need to ask ourselves.
Forget training facility. I told you our youth team and the women's team play outside of Manchester, Lee Sports Village.
Yeah. He said we have to aspire to be Man City. Maybe not be
Man City, but... Listen, do you know when I want to go and watch a women's, or if I want to watch the youth team, I have to go and get my friend to come and give me a lift to Lee Sports Village.
I know. Big up Saint Miassi, man. You know what, man? Even Arsenal, the way they're doing...
You know one thing about Saint Miassi, I big him up today. He's not saying much because he knows we're too deflated. There's nothing he can say to banter us, yeah? There's nothing he can say to banter us. So he just puts a super sticker down, innit? That's what it's about. It's about super stickers, innit?
Played it on the 23 teams, man. Listen, I would, man. Charlie Savage in the midfield over McTominay. Would he do any worse?
Are you kidding me?
Zidane Iqbal. By the way, did you speak to Zidane Iqbal's parents?
Yeah, man. I spoke to Amar, man. Yeah. Wished him well, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
Osman Verk says 3 different managers don't rate Donny. Your thoughts? And why does Ragnick play Wan-Bissaka over defensive teams?
I refuse to believe that. I refuse to believe that. And I personally think, I'll answer this question. The biggest thing is that I think Man United hierarchy, board, look at Ajax youth team and look at Man United academy. And I think, nah, we're not getting done. We're not gonna sacrifice our own. I know they think like that. I know they do, 100%. Scott McTominay is in that team because he's part of this propaganda machine because he's Scott McTominay and he gives it and all of that. He's got 0 quality. He couldn't lace one of Donny's boots in terms of technical ability, tactical awareness, in terms of football brain. He could not.
Is it Alex Ferguson then that's maybe behind the scenes that he's trying to blame then?
I'm not even going to say it's not Alex Ferguson. I'm just saying to you, the way he's been, the way how his trajectory of that kid, the propaganda that's been built around him is the biggest shambles ever. It's incredibly shameful.
Yeah.
Incredibly shameful.
In terms of Wan-Bissaka, I have no words, man.
Soon, Amnesty International are going to get in touch because we are abusing that kid.
Yeah, absolutely.
We are abusing Donny van de Beek. Let him go. Let him go.
You know what, man? The crowd are still singing Donny van de Beek, Van de Beek. And that's the saddest reality, you know, when the crowd is still singing.
Because the crowd are not stupid, Saeed. They know he's not had a fair crack. I won't mind if we've been amazing. Saeed, I won't mind. The midfielders who are playing in front of him have been amazing. I wouldn't mind that.
Where's Garner gone? Is this Garner still at Nottingham Forest? Someone's asking for Garner. Where's Garner? Where's Levitt?
He's not ready.
Levitt. I know where Levitt is. Is that Dunfermline? Sorry? Dundee. Is that Dundee? Dundee.
Is that Dundee? Okay.
Yeah, because I remember watching Dundee United. It was on Sky Sports, and then I see Levitt there, man. Again, where's this club recruiting? You know, where's this club? Like Dundee United. Nothing against Dundee United. You should be playing Premier League.
Saeed, we're going to see Scott McTominay play midfield for another 5-6 years at Old Trafford and retire without ever sniffing a league title. Mark my words. Manchester
Why are you doing this,
United
Nordin? Why are you doing
Academy.
this? Why are you
Man
doing this,
United
Nordin?
Academy graduate.
Why are you putting the
Man
kiss of death?
United this. Man United that. We no footballing people make footballing decisions. And I won't be surprised if Mickey Phelan and Darren Fletcher are looking at him and going, he's a good lad, you know. He's one of our own. He's a good lad. He's a good lad. He's one of our own. He's one of us. That's why Donny can't play. He's got to play.
You know what? I admire the squad of Arsenal at the minute. I admire the way they're doing things. As much as I don't want to give them too much praise, I admire the fact that they're having experience with youth.
They're on a journey. They're on a journey, mate.
The right journey, though. Is it the right journey that they're on?
Of course, they're on the right journey.
We've got superstars already.
Listen, I'm not seeing. All they can do now, they've got the formula down here. It's just to get a bit of quality in different areas. But the foundation and the principles and the structure of their football team is laid. They just got to get a couple of. Like, that's what I'm saying. The foundations are there. Bring a bit more quality. Who buy into the way they play. That's the best I've seen him play since.
You made him speak, man. You made him speak. He said, Nuruddin, it's not too late to repent. Do what Premsy did. Premsy, you know Premsy, by the way, my mate Premsy. The one I was with last time.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I know.
Did come over to Arsenal. We have title contenders. Saka and Smith Rowe have Greenwood and Rashford in their pocket. Ramsdale already better than De Gea. I'm gonna give you two things here. At this minute, Saka and Smith Rowe are outperforming Saka and Rashford. I have to agree with that one. But please hold tight on the David De Gea and Ramsdale. Ramsdale is doing well, but please do not compare him to David De Gea. Please do not do that.
Let me tell you something, right? I am never coming over, mate. Never coming over. That's first thing. But good try anyway. Good try. Worth a try, right? I'm Man United till I die, mate. So I'll tell you, at this moment in time, in that first 45 minutes against City, that's the best I've seen you play in a long time. And if things were to continue, you'll be challenging for the league in a couple of years' time, 100%. 100%.
Yeah,
100%.
Absolutely. Where do we go from here, Nuruddin? Before we kind of wrap up the podcast 158, 1.3K watching people. Like the video, man. Like the video. Where do we go from here? Where do we go?
Listen, I'm not going to lie to the viewers. Forget praying. Forget hoping. This club is doomed. You either don't let it ruin your weekends. Don't let it ruin your life. Just watch, laugh, smile, take the banter, and we keep moving. We move. That's all we can do.
What about that song we used to have, though? What about that song we used to have? It can only get better.
Dang, that's you know what? You know I'm a 90s kid, innit? Like 90s.
Yeah, I was there last night. You should have been there, man. I was at the 90s night, man. It was good, man. Obviously, you weren't feeling well, but big up to DJ Silver, man. By the way, DJ Silver, don't watch, man. He wants to come on his podcast, man. So DJ Silver, don't worry, you're coming back on, mate. He's saying, get me on the podcast, man. And he was there, man. And that day, I just said to him, let's not talk about United. Let's enjoy the night, mate, DJ. And we had a bit of an R&B night, man. You know what I mean? Honestly. But then I seen Arsenal fans at the place, and they were giving me stick, man. They're like, "Yo, man, United in the mud."
Where was it last night? Where was it? Was it last night?
It was at the academy. No, it was at the academy New Year's Eve.
Oh man.
Yeah, literally. And I'm just saying, man, things can only get better. Yeah, man. Listen, Joseph, man, they're trying to clip me up now. ESPN are trying to clip me up, man. But it is what it is, man. You know what I mean?
Things can only get better. Listen, things can only get better.
Yeah.
But I actually can't see anything getting any better, Saeed. Because it's been 9 years of hell. It's been 9 years of hell, mate. So
you're predicting another 5 years of hell?
It is. It's going to be more pain. More pain till the fans get their fingers out, get on that street, postpone another game to get rid of the Glazers and the bankers.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody got that appetite, have they?
No, and the fans are not united, mate. The fans are not united, mate. You know what I mean? I had the Irish guy said to me last night.
And the biggest thing, the Ollie sexuals, hold tight, the Ollie sexuals, making it about Ollie.
Mate.
Oh my God. I'm like,
you know what? I'm not even arguing with them. Have you seen it?
Listen to me. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is partly responsible for enabling this bullshit.
I know.
And now we're feeling the fruits. Jobs for the boys' business. We still can't
See, for
shake it.
Jabs, I'm not doing any more protests. I'm sorry, man. I'm not doing any more protests. I'm not. Nuruddin, it's up to you now to do that, man. Because I don't think the United fan base is even bothered. You know, and they will chastise you and they'll make you feel bad and they go against you. That's the worst thing that they did. They went against me because they said to me, I'm going out for the manager. Even though my banner outside the ground says, we want to change Glazers out. It clearly said it. We never sang one Ollie out song.
Listen.
But they won't trust me because at the end of the day, they think they're self-entitled. They think they're elitist fans, but they won't do it themselves. So
I'll say this. I'll say it simple, right? For me, at that time, for the protest to be called, I know you feel passionately. It wasn't the right time to protest because there's not enough of us. To me, the opportunity is there to leave the stadium at a certain time. This is not a game round.
I'm up for that.
Yeah. To walk out a certain time in the game, to walk out the stadium, because we're going to be feeling more pain anyway. The football structure needs to change, Saeed. And if that don't change anytime soon. So if we had that change, completely change, all the bankers popped up, we get footballing people in every aspect of the football club, right? We can get rid of a lot of these players. We'll be challenging for a league title maybe in 3-4 years.
T-Boy says stop going to the games, but I think that's what they want, mate. Nah. I don't know if you're educated on that, T-Boy, but they want me and Nuruddin to go out the stadium because they want the voices who say to the people,
people who don't
exactly. That's what people don't realize. As much as I don't want to bring tourist fans into it, but they want legacy fans. They call us legacy fans, and they want people who come into the stadium and buy merchandise and buy the coffee and buy everything that's inside that stadium and don't care about how the football club is run. The fact that we're there, our voices can be heard. We can do walkouts. We can sing songs that make them feel comfortable. We can have banners in the stadium. We can walk onto the pitch. We can do a lot of stuff that can be doing it. But the problem is for you to say don't turn up, well, you're almost saying, let the Glazers do what they want. That's what you're trying to say. But listen, that's down to everyone's opinion. And I think for me, I'm just worried about the mega store. But again, listen, it's up to people if they want to buy stuff from the mega store. But again, they're stronger than ever, and that's the reality. That is the reality. Keep going. Yeah, but we'll keep going, man. Don't worry. We'll keep going.
We'll do walkouts, but at the end of the day, I will try to be positive at the end of the show and say, keep the hope. Things can only get better. No, they're not.
Yeah.
No, they're not.
Yeah.
At this moment, I can't lie to you. I can't pretend and lie to you guys and think this is what they're gonna get better. I genuinely hope I'm wrong. I hope more than anything else in my life, I'm so wrong about Ralph Rangnick that
he's not massively. If that for me,
he's not. If he's become just another Glazer, another Woodward puppet,
I think I'll have trust issues with me after this. I'll have trust issues ever trusting another manager that comes into the door. I really would. If this doesn't really if he doesn't even set the foundations in and he leaves us in that's why I said, are we going backwards? If we go backwards under Ralph Rangnick, I think that'll be it for me. I really would. But listen, people, we're going to have to wrap up the podcast here. Big up to everybody who's watched the video, man. Love to everybody, man. I appreciate your time.
Can I just give people a little bit of therapy? Watch your favorite comedy.
Yeah,
go and do those of you who've got boyfriend, girlfriend, or whatever you've got. Go out, do something nice. Don't let Man United ruin your weekends because trust me, if you put so much emotional input into them, they are going to damage you psychologically because they already are. Every Man United fan I spoke to since the game.
You're getting emotional, Lord.
No. It's deflated. It's deflated. Everybody's deflated.
Yeah.
Don't let them. We've got to live life. Live every day like it's your last, man. That's what we got to do. Don't give them because they don't care about us. And these players, they don't care. The bankers don't care. The owners don't care. The board folk don't care. They just keep taking the money like that. They just keep taking it. week they look at their statement. Yeah, I made another this week. I've got another 50 grand.
The same to him, you got ball for United.
Excuse me, I'm not bald yet. I just like having my head shaved. But I'm not bald yet. There's still some hair left in me. There's some, you know what? More than ever, Jose is Jose. I blame this on Jose. I swear
if Jose was a peak of it, man. Jose was a peak of it. Listen, I think Jose was the worst time I've ever seen Old Trafford. I really, really do. I know this is bad, yeah, but if you were here around Jose, you see Nuruddin outside Hotel Football, and you see go watch the fan cam. It's online, yeah, and just see how Nuruddin was that day, and see the fans shouting across him. It was man. But by the way, man, I want to give you some good news, man. Guess who I seen yesterday, man? Barbara, man. I seen Barbara yesterday.
Oh, how is she?
Yeah, she's good, man. She's good, man. She said sell the whole lot. Barbara, man. She said sell the whole lot. Sell the whole lot.
I miss Barbara, you know.
Do you know what? I seen her. She gave me the biggest hug ever, man. She gave me, honestly, she squeezed me. She was like, give me a hug. And she squeezed me. That's how much she was like, you know when you're in that much pain.
You got to get Barbara on Fletcher's channel, man. You should have told her.
I will do, 100%.
You know what? You know what? Listen, big up Babs. Babs she's not getting any younger. Omicron is running a madness, and she's like, I don't care.
Yeah. She don't care. She's finally come out of the house and said, I don't care anymore. I don't care, man. I'm telling you, man. Big up Mary as well, man. Big up Mary. She came to the game yesterday from Ireland as well, man. All the way from Ireland, man. She came over in her spare time off as well. But yeah. We're gonna wrap up the podcast here. Please smash a like on the video. Subscribe to me, subscribe to Nuruddin, man. Let's get Nuruddin to 5K on YouTube, man. Please. The link is in the title. Subscribe to him. Subscribe to me. Nearly to 45K. We're gonna go to 50K after that. So let's go here, man. Let's stick together, people.
That's all we can do. That's all we can do.
That's all we can do, people. Stick together, and maybe the good times will come back. I don't know. Maybe when I get kids, maybe my kids, maybe the kids will be all right, man. But for me now, I think I've seen.
Listen. You when Saeed starts hitting one of these, the number ones, yeah, that's when you might see some things coming back, mate.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. People. Like the video, subscribe to the channel.
Was that Andrew Morrissey? He did me dirty, mate. Andrew Morrissey knows, mate. He did me dirty.
Man. Listen. Happy New Year, people. Take care, guys. Bye-bye. Peace.